Well, this beautiful quilt, maybe not necessarily that one, but there are quilts here today that have been months in the making, and now you have your chance to own it and view other amazing quilt designs at an upcoming show.
And joining us in Creative Corner from Illini Country Stitchers is Kay Miller and Kathy Dix. We're glad to have you both joining us today. You have made our set extra beautiful with so many of your wonderful creations, kind of teasing an upcoming show that you guys have going on in a way that people can get their hands on their own quilt. Tell me a little bit about what's going on.
Well, we're excited to have a show. We haven't had one for 3 years, so we have over 200 quilts that will be on display for everybody to come and look at. And then we have a raffle quilt that will be auctioned off. Well, it won't be auctioned off. They'll be raffled at the end of the event. We have a boutique, and we brought some boutique items for you to see. All of this is fundraising for our organization to help us be better quilters, but also for a number of philanthropic projects we have, such as Quilts for Linus, which are children's quilts for hospitalized children, and Quilts of Valor, quilts for veterans.
Yeah, let's take a look here at the quilt that is being raffled off. Kathy, why don't you tell us all about it, because it's got so many beautiful colors there, right there behind you.
Okay, well, it's called Ombre Flower Bouquet, and it's ombre refers to the fabric with the faded colors. Well, we picked the pattern in the spring of 2020 when the world was a little gloomy. We wanted something bright and cheery to work on during the pandemic. Yeah. So it's a queen size quilt. It was quilted by our guild president, or quilted means sewing the 3 layers together to make it a quilt, by our guild president, Leanne Kitchen, and work done by 3 of us in the guild.
Wow. So what, can you briefly, I know it's an extensive process, but briefly explain the process that goes into making a quilt? Because I know it's a labor of love and it takes a great amount of time.
Great amount of time. Yeah. You pick your pattern, you pick your fabric, then you have to cut the fabric into a lot of little pieces and sew them back together so they make something better, prettier, different to make the blossom design that you see on the quilt there.
Yeah, I love the ombre effect there that you mentioned with the colors. So pretty. But it's not just blankets. You've got so many other quilted items, like the ones there on the table next to you. Looks like we've got runners and pouches and tissue holders.
Yep. These are for our boutique, and we have lots and lots of these, so you can stop over and pick up some of those. We've got a couple people who are very good at making bags. We've got table runners, wall hangings, seasonal things, a lot of seasonal things lined up.
Bowl cozies.
Yes, I'm a big fan of the bowl cozy. However, the bibs are also super cute.
Those are so cute.
Yep. Pillowcases and
things for children, things for adults. And
so you've mentioned the boutique, and that would be those that are up for bids. And then the ombre, the boutique, or the bouquet quilt behind us there. Is the quilt, is it a show? Or is it we're just raffling off that one?
That's the only one we raffle off.
But the rest come and look and check them out and admire the work we've been putting in over the past 3 years.
Vote for favorites, be inspired, you know, that's all part of it too.
There are, 17 different categories of items in the show. Pieced quilts, applique, wall hangings, art quilts, just different modern categories, different sizes.
So will those that actually created and made these quilts be there to maybe tell a story behind it? I'd imagine that some of these have at least a story to tell, being a show.
There will be lots of members of the guild available to supply information about the quilts.
Wow, 17 categories.
I know.
I had no idea. I thought it was just, here's my beautiful quilt and all the hard work I put into it. We're looking at details on the screen now of when the show is taking place. Who do you think this would be a great event for?
Well, anybody who enjoys sewing or beauty. I mean, it's really art. A lot of these quilts are really artwork. So it's just another type of artwork. Other people who sew and wish they could, quilt can come, and we'd be happy to have them join our group. We're always looking for new members. You don't have to be an accomplished quilter to join, because we will help you along the way. We bring in different speakers and so on. So, I mean, my husband enjoys going to them, just seeing all the work, and then he understands why I do it, so.
That's a good one
you
got there.
That is a good one. So, in order to put your name in the raffle, you have to attend.
You have to buy a ticket. And members of the guild have tickets now, and they will be sold at the show.
At the show. You don't have to be present for the drawing to win, because we'll have your name and your phone number, and we will find you.
Well, there you go.
Hey.
And there's a bake sale, too, so another reason for
A
everybody
win-win.
to come
Something
out.
cozy, something sweet. What else do you need?
Seriously.
Well, they're beautiful, beautiful
Yes.
pieces of art, like you mentioned, but I also love your heart for giving back with all of your philanthropic adventures, and we wish you the best of luck at the show.
Best
Thank
of
you.
luck.
Thank
Come
you.
see us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's a look at all you need to know in order to attend October 14th and 15th. Mark that on the calendar, buy those tickets, and make sure you can put your name in that raffle to get that cozy quilt. All right, for all the information, we'll connect you with what you need to know over on our website, ciliving.tv.
You know what?